Hello, beautiful souls. Today's pick a card reading uses the tarot, oracle cards, and crystals to bring in detailed messages about who you were in a past life, and also what gifts and challenges or lessons that you've brought forward into this life from that life, as well as any advice on who or what is helping you. This reading is timeless, so whenever you see it is when you were meant to see it. We have pile number 1 with this amethyst. We have pile number 2 with this aventurine. Pile number 3 with unakite. And pile number 4 with amazonite. Timestamps for each pile are in the description, as well as all the decks and crystals I'm using in this video. I will start with pile number 1, and if you need more time to choose a pile, please pause the video until you're ready. Here we go. Okay, my pile number 1, you chose this beautiful amethyst. Look at that. I just love the banding of colors on this. Beautiful stone. Amethyst is a protective and grounding stone that connects to the higher realms. It brings in wisdom and spiritual healing, as well as enhancing your psychic gifts and abilities. That's the stone you chose. We'll put that up here. Make lots of room here because we're probably going to have lots of cards. We have, let's see, who were you? You have the High Priestess, okay, and you have the Eight of Swords, or Wands, I'm sorry, Eight of Wands. Okay, so, all right, let's see. In your past life, you were a priestess or a priest or someone that worked with the divine feminine a lot and were very intuitive and compassionate. You had a lot of empathy and nurturing, and you were very creative, you know, that kind of energy. And then with the Eight of Wands, it means you were also like a trailblazer, you know, you were a leader. You were rapidly ascending the ranks. You know, you really just kind of burst onto the scene and just moved through very quickly. You had a great amount of confidence and you really made an impact as a leader. You know the cycles and the flows and the cycles of life and death and that kind of energy. You had all of that in your past life. You were that priestess, priest. So you really did have that leadership ability there with that. And then let's see, for your gifts, you have strength. And then we'll just put that one down too. So strength for your gifts, you brought this into this life, from this life back then. Okay, this inner strength that you have, this courage and compassion, you're able to influence and persuade people quite easily. You have a lot of persistence and stamina, a really strong will and determination, and very committed. You know, you can make a commitment in this life. You brought all that with you from this life forward. So that's the gift. And we'll get more cards for more clarification, but I'm just telling you the first ones. And then for your lessons that you're here to learn in this lifetime, from this lifetime that you've brought forward, is the Page of Swords, okay? And the Page of Swords, swords are all about the thinking and ideas. You know, it's new ideas and changing your thinking, changing your perspective and seeing from the higher perspective like you did back then. You know, this is what you're here to learn this time. You need, you know, I feel like this is very kind of earthy, all of this. And it's about airing it out. It's about adding air to balance it out. You know, gives the strength to that earthy kind of Taurus energy almost, I feel like. And, you know, you need to have a focus and a balance to it to use that strength and stamina for. You know, you have to balance it and clear your thinking, change your thinking. and see things from that higher perspective. So that's your lesson that you're here to learn about now. You know, let's see. We're going to do some more cards. Let's see who you were. Get some more ideas here on this High Priestess and Eight of Wands and who you were. I think I'm actually going to move these down a little bit. I'm going to kind of group it together here. Try to keep it making sense. So who were you in your past life? You were a thief. Oh, well, that's interesting. But I don't think it's so much like a thief. I think it's, if you look at these light attributes, it sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And the shadow attribute is stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. But I think this is more about, you know, you were there to shed the light and to promote the divine feminine. Perhaps it was a very masculine-based patriarchal society that you were in, and therefore it was almost like you had to do this in the shadows. And also with this High Priestess, I feel like this shadow side, you're able to balance, kind of like the cycles of life and death. You're also able to balance the light and dark and see all the connections there, you know, that kind of energy. Let's do one more about who you were in this past life. What other qualities did you have? Who were you? A bully. Wow. I know these sound so negative, but they're really not. These are just different qualities that we all have. These are archetype cards here. So they're things that we all have inside of us. And, you know, in that lifetime, you had these qualities out. And the bully says, highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Again, confronting that shadow side. And then the shadow attribute is conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. So, you know, I don't think it's that. I think that you had to be very outspoken and very strong in your beliefs, and it balanced out. These two more masculine energies balanced out that feminine side of you, that creativity and that divine feminine. It kind of balanced you out, you know, and I think you had a rough time with society, and you had so much empathy that I think that you didn't let people be bullied. You know, I think that you stood up for them. You stood up for what you saw was wrong. You know, with that whole trailblazer and that making an impact. I think that, you know, with this, it's all about making that impact. And I think that you did that by perhaps working with people that were thieves and bullies, almost in a counseling kind of way. Because if you think about it, your priest or priestess is who you would go to for counseling. And so I believe that's kind of how you worked. You worked with these people and you made such an impact and helped them change that it helped you to raise quickly through the ranks and really make an impact. You know, you made a lot of impact in that lifetime, which brought you in the strength. Hold on 1 second here. I just got to fix this so this wire isn't hanging down on my face. Okay. So the strength here that you've brought forward as your gift. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's do one of these cards and see more how you're using this gift and how it affects you in this life, this gift. What is your personality like now after dealing with all of that from your past life? What have you brought forward from there as your gift? The mystic, beautiful. The mystic and the high priestess definitely go together. So from that lifetime, you've brought forward that spirituality, that divine feminine. The mystic is, I am spiritually wealthy, spiritual, sensitive, unconventional, transcendent, intuitive, introverted, illuminating, artistic, ingenious, intense, imaginative, innovative, revolutionary, rebellious, and mysterious. Yes, that is how you're using this gift of strength that you have. It has given you the strength to be spiritual in this time, to bring forward that spirituality that you had such a identification with in that past life. That high priestess, that's who you were. I mean, that was like your job was basically preaching and counseling. It was that kind of communicating with spirit for your followers, for your congregation, whatever you want to call it. You were connected to spirit and you were the go-between for everyone. So now, coming forward, you've brought this strength and this mysticness, the mystic part of your personality, forward as your gifts from this lifetime. This is what you've brought forward, and this will definitely help you. Let's see, and then for your challenges, let's do one or two of these here and see what your challenges are. Get some more clarification. Sacred space. Okay. I'm going to do one more too. See about these lessons. Strength. That's funny. So strength is both your lesson and your gift. It's something that you have to cultivate within you. It's there. You just have to bring it forward more. And it's learning how to do that and changing that thinking and bringing in new ideas and seeing it from that higher mystic perspective. It's balancing it all out. And then the sacred space is take time for the dreamer in you. Find the power in your stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. So yes, it's about that meditation and going within to get that higher perspective. And that is your biggest lesson that you've brought forward from that life, is that challenge of how to change your thinking, how to air it out, balance the earth a little bit more with some air. Swords are air, and it's all about that. And air is needed to fan the fire. Wands are the fire. So it's kind of that you need it to fan the flames kind of thing, to get your gumption up, to get your motivation. You need that. So that higher perspective. But the way to get to that higher perspective is to go within, to go within yourself and meditate on that. And then, like I said, with the strength, it's channeling that strength into constructive ways, and having that focusing your strength and using it for good, like you did in this lifetime. So yes, we have all of that. Let's see who or what will help you. We're going to do some of these cards. And these are Angel Tarot cards. So who or what will help you in this lifetime to achieve that balance, to see the higher perspective? What's going to help you? All right, you have two here. We're going to take those. We have the Seven of Earth and the Two of Water. The Seven of Earth says seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So the thing about this is not to worry so much about the future, but to be in this present moment and to live in a mindful kind of state. Mindfulness. If you're doing something, focus all of your energy on what you are doing at that moment and be in that moment. And then you've got the Two of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So this is what's helping you, is looking at it from this higher perspective, going within, and then realizing and seeing, bringing some of that empathy and compassion forward, that intuition, and bringing that into your relationships, because it's all about love and forgiveness, right? So having that forgiveness and that love, it draws you closer to your loved ones, and you have a positive resolution of the conflict. So it's water energy, because here we do have the earth, the pentacles. So we've got fire, earth, air, and water. So you've got all four elements. You need to balance out the fire and the air, both, with the earth and the water, so have a balance, but also take some time to pause and go within in meditation. Those are two things that are going to really help you. Let's see what else is going to really help you. I'm going to do another one of these. Friendship. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let others go. So yes, hold on to those close relationships. Relationships is how you get through this. You did all of this for people back then. And now you've got this coming forward. And so you've got the strength and everything. You just need to go within and see that higher perspective and connect with the mystic that you already are. Bring that forward. That's very important. But then use your gifts, use your intuition, your visions, and your higher perspective to then help humanity, and it's beautiful. I'm trying to think. Let's see. We'll do one of these as a final message for you, I think. Let's see. Choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. Yes, your thoughts are kind of your biggest enemy. They're just like your biggest lesson is your thoughts. And so your thoughts, don't let them turn negative. Focus on the positive. Use your strength. Know that you have this strength within you and that you can see things from that higher perspective by going within. That's your lesson to learn here, and to bring out this mystic who is another version of this high priestess. Do you see how it's all linked together? And through being friends and having friends and relationships and everything else, pausing and going within, that love and friendship, that's what's going to really help you the most. Your friends are your biggest help in all of this. And by staying conscious of your thoughts and turning the negative into a positive is going to help you more than anything. You always have that choice. And I thank you so much for taking the choice, or making the choice, to take the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and more. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 2. You chose this beautiful green aventurine. I love this stone. It's a good luck stone. It brings in prosperity and abundance, and it works with the heart chakra to bring in harmony and joy and happiness. Beautiful, wonderful stone. Just beautiful energy. And, well, we're going to go this way. Who were you in your past life? Okay. So you have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And this tells me that, you're a warrior. You were a fighter, someone in the military. You were a leader, though. You weren't just like a grunt or, infantry. You were like the general. You were high up. You ranked very high. Um, you had a lot of mental clarity and success. You had a really good sound judgment and a very strategic way of thinking, that helped you in this fight. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you were financially secure, that you were self reliant. And it feels like you came from a really wealthy family kind of life. You led a life of comfort. You had a very stable foundation. And you achieved a lot in this life. You got a lot of recognition for the leader that you were. And you were very acknowledged for that. Spirit wants to send that through the acknowledgement and recognition and the achievements. So you were somebody not to mess with, really. You were very strong, military leader, warrior. You had that energy. And let's see what else you have. Let's see, your gifts was the Queen of Wands. I'm going to kind of divide it up here. So the Queen of Wands, for your gifts, the gift that you brought from that life into this life is your outgoing personality, your charisma, your confidence, your courage. You had a lot of courage back then, and you brought that forward to this lifetime. You're also very optimistic and creative, and not afraid to take a risk either. You'll try anything, and you know how to get things done. You have a vision, and you bring it to life. You bring that to reality, that vision. So you've definitely got that creative energy there that came forward from this life now. This is what you have now. And then the lesson that you brought forward that you need to learn and work on in this lifetime is the Queen of Pentacles. And it's that I feel like because you were so well off and so comfortable in that life, so wealthy, that now the lesson is that scarcity mindset. It's the self-doubt and insecurities at times, but it's being practical and material. You might be a little materialistic as well. And it's about being responsible and making time for yourself. And it might be some codependency there that you have now. You've lost kind of that self-reliance that you had in this lifetime, that you had. You lost that security from that lifetime to this lifetime, or at least that's the way you see it. And so your lesson is to change that around, to make more time for yourself, to change your mindset and realize and see how wealthy you are in this lifetime. We've got so much to be thankful for in our world, even today. I mean, if you think about life and how much harder it was back 100 years ago. Think about the 1920s and 30s and the Great Depression and everything that they had to go through. People like your grandparents or great-grandparents, and how they saw things like horse and buggies going to cars, to airplanes, to, people being on the moon. And, they lived through so much and have come so far. So we have it pretty darn good. We do. And even if the only thing you can think of to be grateful for is you woke up breathing, then that is something. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for the light Be thankful for the sunlight. You know, be thankful for something. Change the scarcity into gratitude and change that, you know, insecurity into knowing how strong you are, what a leader you can be, and how good your judgment can be, because you've got this still in you. You just need to fight to bring it back from there into this life. You know, that's your lesson for this life, is to learn how to do that. And we're going to get some more cards to clarify some of this a little bit further here. So in your past life, when you were this warrior, this military leader, you were, let's see what your energy or what your personality was. Really, we already know that you had a lot of strategy. Hedonist, huh? I almost feel like these are like opposite cards, because the ones I got in the last one were the same way. And thief, which we even got that one the last time, and you saw me shuffle these. So it's funny. Okay, so the hedonist, the light attributes are: inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And you had that. You did appreciate yourself. You had a lot of confidence. You had a lot of success. You had a lot of mental clarity in this lifetime there. And so, yes, you definitely saw the beauty in yourself. You may have even been a little overconfident at times. You know, you came from a well-to-do family. You came from wealth. So you never had to live with lack, and all of your wants were taken care of. So that could be where this hedonistic kind of thing came from. So then you have thief. Sheds light on potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. And you know what? That's the thing. That's the thing that you need to focus on now, more so, is the wealth within you. You know, not being in that scarcity mindset, knowing that true wealth comes from within you. You know, changing that thinking around, and that, you know, materialistic side of you is okay. It's okay to want things. That can be used as a motivation to do more, to get that. You know, it's in how you use it. So you've got this strength, though, of this outgoingness, but I feel almost like it's a little bit of a facade, because at times I think you feel very insecure. And it could just be money-wise. It could just be materially, that your financial instability maybe in this life. And that may be your challenge. But you've got this outgoing, courageous confidence. You know, you're very optimistic normally. So why do you let the money situation get to you so deeply? I think it's time to peel back some layers and see how that stems from this life here. And it also could be that you had a lot of things stolen from you in this life, which could have been what led you to become the leader you were and the warrior that you were, that you had to fight back and take back what was stolen from you in this life. It may not have been just in the military. You may have put together the military and led it in order to get back what they stole from you. And so that could very well be in that life. And let's see here in this life, your gift and how you use your Queen of Wands gift here of this confidence and creativity and, you know, getting things done, being busy all the time. Maybe you're too busy. I don't know. But let's see. Yes, you have the Queen in this life. She's part of your gift. I am an empowered feminine leader. Regal, courageous, prosperous, loyal, powerful, compassionate, intuitive, responsible, administrative, knowledgeable, and trustworthy. And that administrative and that leadership qualities, they are part of your gift from this life here, because you very much had that strategic mind. You had very good judgment in that life. And you've brought some of that back. And now you're still a leader in this life. Now it's that queen energy. So it's still, you've got a lot of queens here too. You've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen. I mean, 3 queens. That's really some strong feminine energy. And just because I said warrior, it doesn't mean that you couldn't have been feminine as well in that life. But you did fight very hard for what you had and to keep what you had. You know, and you did have a very stable foundation and didn't really lack in that life. And now in this life, you want to be treated like the queen that you are. You know that you are. You have that confidence now. But it's also, you know, that financial aspect of it that is your lesson, building that back up. Let's see what else we can get for your lesson here. Well, let's see. Let's do, trying to decide which deck. We'll do this deck. Let's see. More clarity on the Queen of Pentacles and your lessons. So you're here to learn. All right. Prosperity. Yes. And discernment. Okay. So let's see. Prosperity is focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. This is what I was trying to say, basically. It's exactly what I was trying to say with this. It's all a state of mind. You have to change your thinking on that. And then you got discernment. See the truth of the situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. So tapping into your intuition is very important for this lesson, you know, and learning how to deal with this. So it's definitely a hard lesson to learn, but that's what we're here for. I mean, you have a whole life to learn this lesson, but you've got this queen energy and this outgoing, confident, you know, high self-awareness, I guess, this creativity that you have. You know, maybe you just need more of a creative outlet, a creative way to make money, I think is what you really need. I don't think that you function well in a 9-to-5 job with a boss standing over you and dealing with all of that. I think you're almost better off in your own business or working with someone who allows you to be creative and to do things in a creative way, in your own way. That may be a key to your financial prosperity there. Let's see here. Who or what is helping you in this lifetime? Let's see. Okay, that flipped right out. Victory. And look, he's a warrior on a horse. And just like I said with this is what is going to help you. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. So maybe you have been working creatively. This is what's going to help you. And let's see what else is going to help you, or who else is going to help you. The dreamer. Oh, it's the fool. So not being afraid to take those risks, you know, this Queen of Wands here, the dreamer, and it's Archangel Metatron. So Archangel Metatron is very much helping you in this lifetime. So take a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. That is all coming in to help you in this lifetime, to work through this lesson and to bring out your gifts and to really bring them out and shine a light on your gifts. And, you know, it's about taking that leap of faith. And I feel like it's a lot to do with a job. It's a lot to do with your financial situation, you know, but you've got this public recognition and awards coming in. So you're going to be recognized for your work. And people are going to see this, and they're going to see your creativeness. And whatever you create is going to bring you prosperity in and victory. And it's just taking that leap of faith. Maybe it is quitting a 9 to 5 job and going into business for yourself, or committing to like a hobby kind of thing and bringing that vision to life. You've got that ability. That is your gift, is having a vision and bringing it to life. So use that to then bring more prosperity into this life, like you had in this life. Bring it forward. So that's going to help you tremendously, as well as being acknowledged and recognized for your contributions. Um, let's see here. What else? Just a little. We'll do one of these, I guess. What advice is there for you in this life? I'm going to take that one. Guidance. Ha! Advice, guidance. You're not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Yes. So you've got that. Like I said, Archangel Metatron is coming in as well. And you're not alone. You've got these wonderful ascended masters and teachers and angels and guides all around you. I feel like your spirit guides are very angelic, I guess, but also very powerful. And then you've got inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. So what you fear, change that to love. That's beautiful. And you are the queen in this lifetime. It's beautiful, beautiful energy here. And, bringing all this forward from that fighting stance to now you don't have to fight. Maybe you're still in that fight or flight kind of mode, but this is telling you that you don't need to be. You've got that prosperity and abundance as long as you can change that mindset and not worry so much about the little practical details. Don't worry about that. Focus on all the positives. Know that you've got guides and angels with you, helping you along this journey. And you've got all this confidence and outgoing, just beautiful self-awareness and creativity and optimism. Use that. Be the queen that you are, because you are the queen. That's your energy in this lifetime. You've dealt with that, and now it's moving forward and focusing on bringing these gifts out more and overcoming this lesson. And you're going to have that happen as taking a leap of faith and following your dreams. And then that's going to bring you unexpected opportunities. And then you've got public recognition and awards. So beautiful, beautiful energy here for this reading. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and so much more. Thank you so, so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 3. You chose this beautiful Unakite. Look at that. I love the green and pink all mottled together. It's just beautiful. This is a stone of the third eye in the heart chakra. It kind of connects it. It helps with scrying and visions. With love and compassion, it ties both of those things together. It's good for new beginnings, patience. It enhances your self-esteem and removes blockages, especially from past traumas, which is very fitting for a past life reading. Let's see here. Put that up there. And let's see, who were you? You were the Queen of Wands. Oh, look at that. Okay. You had the Ace of Cups. This is who you were. So let's see. You were very much a queen or a leader. You were very outgoing and confident, charismatic, optimistic, creative. You brought people together. This Ace of Cups is compassionate, intuitive, loving. It can mean new love. So it's combining the creativity of the wands with the love and compassion, the emotional intelligence, spirituality, that unity consciousness, I feel like, is part of this. It was a very unifying, that's the word that keeps coming through, unifying. You brought people together. The thing that comes to mind with this Queen of Wands was Boudica. She was a Celtic Iceni, maybe? I don't remember specifically. But she was like a queen, and she, after the Romans killed her husband, this is in history, you can look this up. After they killed her husband, the Romans, she led a revolt against the Romans to pretty much avenge her husband. And I think her daughters may have also been harmed and things by the Roman soldiers. But she really brought all these different isolated clans that didn't normally work together. She really brought them all together for that unified vision, that unified, they came together and overcame and threw off the Romans, at least temporarily. It was truly an amazing story how this woman did this. And that is the energy of these two cards here. Now, whether it was actually Boudica that you were, I can't tell you. But you did have that same energy. You did have that same ability to bring people together for a common cause. You did have that. So beautiful, beautiful energy. And then for your gifts, let's see, we got the Tower, and we're not going to deal with that one yet. Let's take this one at a time here. So the gift that you brought from that lifetime to this lifetime is the Tower. And the Tower is all about transformation. It's shaking things up and tearing it down because it needs to be rebuilt. It needs a stronger foundation. It's that you have that ability from that time. You brought this in, that rebellious kind of trickster almost energy, where chaos and trickster energy is needed so that things don't get stagnant. It transforms things, and it can change things that need to be changed. You have the ability to see what needs to change and to inspire others, both to come together to change things and also just inspiring others to change themselves. You have that ability that you brought from that lifetime. That's beautiful, beautiful ability. And then you have the Hermit. This is the lesson that you're here to learn now in this lifetime. This is the lesson you brought from that lifetime to now. And the Hermit is a loner, so it could be that you struggle with social anxiety or self-isolation. I think you process things inwardly instead of outwardly. And sometimes you need to let people in on that a little, what's going on in your head, because you need other people, just like Boudica did. She couldn't have revolted against the Romans without all the other clans and tribes that she brought together. So it's knowing that you need other people, that, you need to bring your knowledge and your gift out in order to transform the world. You don't speak up enough. You need to bring yourself out into the world in some way. That is your lesson. And I think COVID is really kind of, I don't know if it's helped people with social anxiety. It's made them seem more normal, I guess. When everybody was stuck at home, they were home too, I don't know. I enjoy being home. I am very much a hermit. But at any rate, so it's not negative. It's not that I'm not putting anyone down ever, because I almost always get the Hermit card in my readings for myself. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that you have all these gifts and this ability to transform things and bring people together to transform things, that you can't isolate yourself, because then you're taking yourself out of the equation and you're not transforming anything. You're not inspiring anyone, because you can inspire people to make such great change that you need to bring that out. You need to be that. Let's see. We're going to get some more cards here on, who were you in your past life? Give me some more information on this past life. We're going to take that one. The storyteller. Ooh, nice. And one more. A healer. Oh, look at that. But I think you heal by inspiring and bringing things together and rebuilding that foundation. But the storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. It sounds very shamanistic, is the feeling I get with this storyteller and healer. It's like the Queen of Wands. You were the leader, you were the shaman of the tribe. You were the one who said, okay, this is where we need to go to hunt. This is what we need to do, and you were very charismatic and you had such healing abilities. Let's see what this one says. A passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Transformation. Yes. Transformation is like your superpower, and you've brought that forward to this life. So in that life, you had that storyteller ability to inspire people and to bring them together and help them, lead them in such a creative and inspiring way that you were like a natural leader, but you had so much empathy and compassion. And it just really, pulled it all together into this fantastic leader that people loved you. You were very loved in that lifetime. And now, you've brought these things in from there to this life. You've got that transformational ability, that rebellious side, but you also have the lesson of not isolating yourself. So let's get some more clarification on your gifts and lessons as well. Let's see, with your gift, let's see what you are in this lifetime now. What is your gift in this lifetime? Who are you? Okay. You're the mystic. Look at that. That goes so well with that. It says, I am spiritually wealthy. Spiritual, sensitive, unconventional, transcendent, intuitive, introverted, which I said, illuminating, artistic, ingenious, intense, imaginative, innovative, revolutionary, rebellious, and mysterious. Yes, that's exactly what I've said with these. This is who you are in this lifetime. So yes, you are the mystic in this lifetime because you have all this natural storyteller and healing abilities, this leadership ability, this inspiring ability, and this way of spiritual way, which the mystic is, to see that unity consciousness, to bring everything together and transform it. That's who you are in this lifetime. You are that mystic. Let's see here. What else do we need to know about this lesson that you're here to learn? Let's see. Quest. Yes. Okay. One more. Let's see. What else? Oh, take one. Okay. Quest and pilgrimage. That's, they kind of go together, don't they? Kind of the same thing in a way. Quest. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Yes. You kind of tend to let that hermit side of you and that kind of almost like, social anxiety maybe that holds you back. You're letting that hold you back from bringing out this mystic that you are. You can inspire so many people. And pilgrimage, you're on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. Yes. And he's very shamanistic as well. And that is, what you've brought forward. This is part of your lesson, is to bring forward that shaman and really see if I can't get all these in the screen here. Being that shaman and that mystic and bringing all of that forward into this life is what you really need to figure out your own way of doing things. Don't worry about the status quo. You're not one to be in the status quo. You're the mystic. You're the one that transforms everything with that rebellious kind of mysterious spiritual way that you are, and so you transcend everything. You transform it. Don't hold yourself back. You're the one that's holding yourself back. That's your lesson in this life, is not to hold yourself back, to connect with other people and be that natural storyteller and healer that you are. All right, let's see. Who or what is helping you or will help you in this lifetime? Who or what is helping you in this lifetime? Oh, well, we got too many. Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. Look at that. In the World. All right. Beautiful. So the things that are going to help you in this lifetime is remembering this Queen of Wands, that you were this leader. You had this ability. You were the shaman of your tribe. You were the leader of your tribe, of your people. Whether it was queen, king, shaman, whatever it was. Like I said, that Boudica energy, that is really what you have. And remembering that, confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful, all of that is yours from that life. You can bring it forward. It says, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. So don't be the hermit. Be this confident and warm person that you are, this loving person. This is the advice coming in for getting through this. And then you have the World. This is what's going to help you, is Archangel Michael. A job well done, joy, contentment, gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. And you have that right underneath the mystic and the tower. This is your energy here. And Archangel Michael is there with you and protecting you. And, you're going to have that joy and contentment in this life. It's to stay in that positive state and not let your concerns and fears limit you. Don't limit yourself. You tend to hold yourself back. And these cards are saying that that's not something you can do. You need to shine your light out into the world, because we need you. You are the light. You're the lightning. You're this Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. You've got that fiery energy, but you also have the water that kind of tones it down a little bit with the love and compassion. You can bring all of that forward, but you need to bring some of that fire out and light yourself up. Put a light under your butt, get yourself going. Have some motivation and not isolate yourself. Don't do that. You're limiting yourself by doing that. Your knowledge and your gifts are meant to be seen in the world. And Archangel Michael can help you with that. And he can help you to feel safe and to know that you're safe in this life, to progress forward. You're on this quest. You're the shaman. You've got that ability in you. Wake it up. Wake up. And we're going to do one more quick little advice, guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Yes, right here, Archangel Michael. One more, real quick. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. You are the mystic. You have that intuition, that psychic ability. Your dreams are very powerful. You have that ability, and you have the guidance as well in this lifetime. So it's beautiful, beautiful energy. I hope that you take that to heart, that you have all this wonderful, beautiful energy in you and that ability to transform, because we really need you in this world. You know, don't hold yourself back. We need this. We need your dreams. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Don't forget to subscribe. You can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and so much more. Thank you so, so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you. Okay, my pile number 4. You chose this beautiful Amazonite. Look at that. I love this. It's such a soothing stone. It helps calm anxiety, it brings hopefulness, and it helps overcome overthinking, you know, that speedy thoughts, the overthinking, the worrying. Amazonite is a wonderful soothing stone for that. Beautiful energy. Let's see. Who were you in your past life? We have the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. Okay. So the Hierophant, you know, you were a priest or maybe a spiritual warrior with this Two of Swords. The thing that comes through is the Knights Templar. I don't know much about them, but that's what's coming through. That's who you were. You know, you worked a lot with the divine masculine. You like to keep tradition, and you kind of conform to social pressure. Maybe even like a zealot kind of thing. Like you were so kind of religious. I feel like that's where I think I'm getting the Knights Templar, that you're definitely a spiritual warrior that worked with the divine masculine. You know, you had a lot of spiritual wisdom, you know, but you were not as much spiritual as you were kind of around the structure and the discipline and the organized religion, you know, patriarchy, divine masculine. That kind of energy is what you had in that time, that warrior that you were, that spiritual warrior. And the Two of Swords, you know, it can mean like a difficult decision, confusion, indecision. So having that with that, I feel like it's maybe you were someone who was maybe in love with someone from a different class or different religion, or you were married and had an affair, or you were having an affair with someone that was married and you weren't. Something along those lines, where it was kind of almost like a double life, kind of like you presented one side, but then you also had this other side that you'd hide. And it's can also be like a head versus heart struggle, you know, always trying to figure out, should I go with my head or should I go with my heart, you know, this relationship or this life, you know. And it was something that in that time you could not do. It could be that you were a priest and you could not marry, and yet you fell in love with someone. It could be that in that time you couldn't associate with people of certain classes, or your family was very religious and traditional, and you fell in love with someone from a different religion, and your family wouldn't stand for that, you know. So it was very much that kind of feeling of either you led a double life, or you struggled with that. Maybe you didn't give in to that temptation, but that was where your heart was. And instead, you stayed with the tradition. You stayed with that structure and discipline because that was what you knew. That's what you were familiar with. That's what you were comfortable with. But you were a great spiritual warrior, that priest who worked with the divine masculine. So it could very well be one of the Abrahamic religions. It could be, a priest of something like that. It's very much that kind of energy with this Two of Swords. So let's see what your gift is. The Queen of Cups. Okay. And your lesson. Okay. Eight of Swords. All right. So what you brought from this life into your current life was the Queen of Cups energy, okay? And she's very much, cups are love and nurturing. It's water, cups are water. So the Queen of Cups, she's very nurturing, very compassionate, very heart-centered and intuitive. She's very sensitive and supportive, empathic even. You've got that empathic ability. Sometimes I don't think if it's your feelings or somebody else's that you're feeling, but you're a really good listener. People can come to you for your spiritual wisdom, and you give really, really good advice, and you listen first is how you're able to give the good advice, because you're such a good listener, and you have such great emotional intelligence that you can read people very, very easily. And all of that came forward from this life. I think that this is all the heart centered. Whatever you struggled with in this life with the head versus the heart, this is the heart. You chose the heart to bring forward as your gift. That's your gift in this life from that time. And then for the lesson that you're here to learn from that life, that you're bringing forward from that life, is the Eight of Swords. And this is swords and cups. It's kind of like heart versus head. You're still struggling with that. You've brought that whole thing back to this life, okay? And the swords are the head. It's that you need to master this negative thinking, these self-doubts that you have, because you're limiting yourself. You have self-imposed limitations. The swan could very easily fly out of there, and the little hummingbird's even trying to show it the way, but it thinks it's stuck and it doesn't even try. It's that learned helplessness, and it's of your own making. It's that overthinking and anxiety. It's literally what you need the Amazonite for. That overthinking, anxiety, that worst case scenario, victim kind of mentality. It's very much that. Doubting yourself, holding yourself back. So you've brought that forward too. So you've got still the struggle between the head and the heart. You started it then with this life and everything that you went through. And now you've brought it forward as your gift and your lesson. Because that lifetime, you didn't choose the heart. You chose the head. And that's where that lifetime went. So this time you want to focus on your heart. That's where the cups are coming in. And then, but you need the lesson to learn here is to balance that. To have both the head and the heart, to have that brain-heart coherence, to use both of these as a gift and not just a challenge. Don't limit yourself. Don't doubt yourself, because it's a beautiful, beautiful energy that you have. Let's get some more clarity here. Who were you in your past life? Let's see. Who were you? I feel like that one. Guide. Oh, beautiful. Okay. One more. That one. King. Oh, look at that. You were very much a leader, warrior. I have guide. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. You were very much a guide in that life. You very much were that spiritual warrior who preached, and you lived what you preached, but you had a hard time with that. You didn't balance it so much, you know? And so you were also a guide for many, many people. And the shadow attribute of this is places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So it could be that at times you kind of were you were the person, like the priest, that someone had to go to talk to the divine, you know, to you were the one who took the confessions. You were the one who guided people and advised people in the past. You know, you had that ability. And then the king, which you also have here, you were very much a leader in this. Enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Yes, I do believe that you were very much helpful. You know, you very much did really lead your people in such a beautiful, compassionate way. And then you have excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So, yes, you may have been, you know, you weren't a tyrant. You weren't like that. But you did struggle with so many things that I think sometimes you had the best interest of everyone at your heart. You did. But at the same time, you had to uphold tradition. You had to make sure that society was conforming to that tradition. You know, so you were walking a balance there, and you're still trying to fight that balance here. It's very much that. But you were very much a guide and a leader in that life. You know, Knights Templar is all that keeps coming to mind. And I don't know. But it also is the Pope and the Vatican that comes to mind with that hat like that. I know that the Hierophant is the priest. It's the spiritual warrior with the swords and Hierophant. So you were a guide and you were a leader, king, queen, whatever, because you also have the Queen of Cups as your gift that you brought forward. So you still have this king abilities that you brought forward, but you've tempered it with more of your heart instead of your head. You know, I feel like the king is more the masculine that this was. And this is the queen. This is more incorporating the feminine and balancing that masculine and feminine within yourself. That's what that is. Let's see. What are Get some more clarity on your gift here. This Queen of Cups, this nurturing and compassionate, heart-centered person. Who are you in this lifetime? What is your gifts in this lifetime? Well, that doesn't want to come, so that's not your card. What is your card this lifetime? The Messenger. Okay. So, along with your gift, the clarity on your gift is messenger. I bring the light of awareness. You're bringing that light forward from that time. Perceptive, progressive, intelligent, adaptable, changeable, psychic, yes, versatile, candid, agile, communicative, insightful, imaginative, curious, and instinctive. Yes, that sums you up very much. You're the messenger in this time. You know, you've come through this, you've lived through so much that now it gives you that empathy and that compassion. And you're so in touch with your intuitive side that you're bringing all of that forward as your gift. That is your gift. You definitely are the messenger for the spirit realm. You were then and you are now. Let's see here. What do I want? I want these ones. Um, let's see. For the lesson you're here to learn, the lesson that you brought forward to this life, the Eight of Swords. Let's get some clarity on that. What do we need to know? Creation. Okay. And one more. That one. Journey. Okay. So with this lesson, this holding yourself back, this balancing your heart and your head, this self-limiting self-doubts, creation says, remember your thoughts shape your future. Your words create today. Your choices become your reality. Yes. Which choice do you want? Do you want to be the swan down here or the hummingbird up there like the card shows? You have that choice. Tame your thoughts. Change your thinking and focus on the positive, because that's what's going to help you. And then you've got journey. Focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. Yes, you've got help around you. You've got such a clear spiritual guidance that, yes, you know that you have help out there in the spiritual realm. And it's about focusing on how far you've come, celebrating those little accomplishments, cherishing the journey. That's what we're here to do, not the end of the journey, not the destination. It's about the journey itself. It's about those little steps and celebrating them and recognizing how far you've come. Because I think you've done a lot of work on this before in the past. And now, you're working through that lesson. And look at how far you've come. Let me just see if I can't turn it a little. All right, so let's see. Who or what will help you in this lifetime? Get a little bit more here. Who or what will help you in this lifetime? Okay, I guess that one. The Three of Fire. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Yes, it's time to plan. Don't hold yourself back. It's time to stand up, dance. Make those plans because they're all going to come through. And then you've got the Ace of Water. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. It's all of that newness. And you've got the Queen of Cups there and the Ace of Water here. Both are water. It's beautiful. So that's your advice is, that spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, and also seeing the abundance all around you, not like that. You don't want to look at the world like it's such a hard place. Remember, your thoughts create your future, so use that and see all the abundance and how good things look, and make those plans. Don't hold yourself back or doubt yourself anymore. You are here to dance and raise yourself up and connect with that, to have that compassion and empathy that you have. You're the light. I bring the light of awareness. You help others so much. So don't hold yourself back in this life. Quite a strong reading here. Let's see. We're going to do one of these real quick here. What else do you need to know in this life? Love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. That is the perfect message to end this on. Live the truth and share the love that is in your soul. Love. Thank you so much for watching this and for giving me the time to watch this. I appreciate it so much. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this. And if you really like it, you can join the Magic Raven community on Patreon for exclusive updates and monthly energy readings and so much more. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, hugs and blessings to you.